We're here at a place called Hand Tool Haven. We are in the Big Butler Fairgrounds in Butler, Pennsylvania. As you can see here, there's the front entrance where you are greeted and you come in, and then now we've got the fairgrounds. The guys from the woodworking group are here interviewing people, and if you're not familiar with the woodworking group, has a Facebook page. Really great place to learn about woodworking or to have a discussion about woodworking. Scoping over here, we've got a big tent. Over here is having where all of the demonstrations are for the day. Vic Tesselin just finished his demonstration on dovetailing, and now a gentleman's coming to talk about his ratcheting shave horse, and then as you can see, some people that are vendors are camping out. And this building has a big commercial exhibit. Then there's also a couple pavilions here that have vendors, so you can get, tool exchanges. And here's a gentleman tailgating. So we're gonna have a look around. I'm gonna show you about here. There's also the rocket darts that Woodworking Group brought. And you can see here we've got a bunch of tools. Here's kind of a special one. This is the Emmer Turtleback. How's it going? So if you're around the area, he's asking $800, so come down and get it. That's really a beautiful example. One of the things I was surprised compared to my Yoast is that it's such a beefy support rod there, but really a great example for you to see in case you're interested. Let's continue walking. I'm going to show you around today to get a feel for what Hand Tool Haven is about. This is a event that's supporting Plain Wellness, and Plain Wellness is a group that, I really don't know too much about Plain Wellness. I know Albert Klein and Adam Godet. They kind of work with Plain Wellness a lot, especially Albert. He talks them up to me a lot, and I'm just kind of like learning more about what they're doing. But they have a good mission, and this is one of their big fundraising events. So it's a great way to come down, support the event, fundraiser. About 150 people that are pre-registered to come here. And so here's one of the vendor tents. There's a gentleman making leather goods. Look at these beautiful belts and stuff like that. Beautiful bags, tool bags. And then even like a carving knife. Look at that carving knife. Such a beautiful design there. And then some marking knives. Wow, look at that. Lovely. Strops. Lovely, lovely. I love the carving axes too. The carving axes do have a really beautiful feel to them. So definitely worthwhile. And this gentleman has this one. There's always a lot of tools available, markings, some chisels.
That was a weird situation because they named a new president the next day, which is something that never happens at the university.
Kip went to Naval Academy. He was a commandant at the Naval Academy. My brother lives in Annapolis.
You can see here if you're going to be in the Ephrata area back in later this summer in July, they're going to have another tool meet there. Here's some wood in case you want to do your own kind of tool making. I'm still learning about all the different tools here. There's a lot. Look at this bullnose plane. $40. Oh, that's tempting. I kind of would like to get a bullnose plane. There's some really nice prices at this event that I've seen so far. Somebody bought this already. I should have bought the other one. I'm a little bit late. This gentleman has some very nice pricing. I was looking here earlier.
And it's an hour apiece. So rather than having
number 8,
and when I do it, I don't
Stanley,
do one piece at a time.
$100. Right.
It's like
That's
so
actually
while it's cooling off.
that's actually a hell of a good deal. That's like the best price I've seen on a Stanley number 8 so far.
In the oven, so the oven's going
Oh.
all the time. I don't have to wait for it to.
Okay, now I'm very tempted.
And
I need to walk away now.
And then when the second batch comes out, then I put the first one
that's
back
some
in.
compass
It's
planes.
cooled off, and then I up the temperature. So basically,
So
it's
quite a
3
lot.
hours of baking, and it gradually goes up and up and up.
Well, here's an old 4. Look at that. Stanley Bedrock, Bailey, corrugated.
Greg Ricketts. Yeah.
Number 2, smooth, 345.
In 2 hours, and then he does a step up to.
Number 2, so tempting.
Yeah, there's
Like I see that number 8, and I really would like hear some bulldog.
basically it all comes down to the sun.
Like I see that number 8, and the problem is for me is that I would like to get a number 8, but I never use my number 7, so it's kind of like, why? It's a really hard sell for me to like spend the money on it.
And that's $25
If you see anything you'd like me to zoom in on, let me know and have a closer look at.
$150 can of orange. That's got 70 shots.
Like here, another Stanley Bullnose plane, number 75. This one's what, a 93? Yeah, 93. Stanley shoulder plane. These can actually be removed. If you remove the sprue, you can slide this front piece off. You can kind of see the seam right here by my thumb, and then it can convert into a bullnose plane. I only learned that recently, but I think that's really a great thing here. Veritas 95. You know, I think this is a chamfer plane. Very nice quality. You know, Veritas is always very nice. Some tapes. Here's some. Here, this. Here we go. We got a. If you're interested in sharpening your saws, this is actually a pretty nice piece. $60 is the asking price on it. 60, yeah, 60. Very, very tempting. Very, very tempting.
No, I'm not a big fan.
What else we got over here? Have a look. Some squares. Nice. Bevels. Stanley Handyman from the 1950s.
Use it. I can make you a hell of a deal. Hey. They're pretty cool. What is it?
Well, I got one at home. It's a multi-tool. It's a multi-tool. I just don't have a saw blade for mine at home.
Oh,
Yeah, they're sweet. It's the original Handyman.
That's it, isn't it? Nothing's new. You go back in
No,
time.
they just they rebranded it for 100 years. They rebranded it.
Yeah.
Give it a new name.
it just starts all over again.
And the other thing with these is usually they will come from this. So what you find is the empty cartridge. And there's
Oh, there's some Stanley. Oh, and in case you have like a 78 or something, you can get extra fences. That's nice. And let's look at this one. Here's a 78. $35 with the stop and the fence. That's actually very nice. I mean, it's a little bit dirty, but that's actually a really great price on it. The prices here are like super. They're some of the best I've seen in this show. All right, let's look over here. Some more 78s. This one's a little bit more worn. This one here is complete. It's nice to see complete ones. The thing is, if you buy, you can get better deals, like cheap deals on, let's say like this one doesn't have the stop, it doesn't have the fence. But then, you know, you got to find those if that's important to you. So it's kind of difficult to find and may cost you, it may end up costing you more at the end of the day. There's some more like 8s that are in need of a little bit of restoration. So that's one thing when you're getting into these type of used hand tools or the vintage hand tools, you're going to need to do some kind of restoration for the most part. There is a vendor here that has very nice examples. But, you know, the other side of it is, here, look at this. Block panes, $15. You know, you find a block plane that you like. This one's actually in relatively good shape. There's a little bit of slapping of the sole on this one. But, you know, you can get some really nice deals. So here, look at this. Adjustable mouth Stanley 60. Is this 60? I should probably buy this one. But I don't really have a need for it. That's the problem, is that you have to kind of balance out what do you really need versus, you know, the like I have some planes that I still have yet to finish restoration on. Oh, here it is. Butler Turner's. How's it going? Look at beautiful bowls. My goodness.
You from around here?
No, I'm from Baltimore. So a little bit of waves, a little bit of waves. Also a B. Also a B. Not too far.
We have meetings first Wednesday of every month, so come on out.
All right, excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Over here or somewhere?
No, it's, in Butler.
Oh, okay. You guys have a clubhouse or something? Or you have a clubhouse? Is there a clubhouse or?
It's an art center.
Oh, art center. Okay, awesome, awesome. Thank you.
Everything on the table is for sale, so if there's
Awesome.
something
And
you
there you
need
go.
to take home.
There it is. There it is. Some beautiful
Make an
stuff.
offer.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go look over here. Here's some braces. And so, oh, look at Distant Ripsaw, 75 bucks. Not bad. Look at this guy, PSW brace with assorted bits, $45. What? Okay, that's crazy. In a box, like in a case. God, okay, that's a good deal. Egg beaters, $15. God, there's some really good pricing here. Here we go again. Look at this pricing, free. Free. This looks like the type that they have from like Harbor Freight. Oh, here's Stanley 92. So a little bit smaller than that other 93 we saw.
And so it's just a matter of.
A little more modern, that's nice.
But they didn't have the number.
It says number threes
I got the
here.
whole bunch, but I was like,
40 bucks for number 3. See, the nice thing, this one's nicer than mine because I had to restore mine.
no.
No, this is Stanley
Oh,
Type
oh, right,
11.
okay.
Number 4.
Yeah. That is a nice one.
Oh, there's a Lee Nielsen too. Look at that, pardon me. A number 1.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. Signed by Lee Nielsen himself or
Yeah.
Tom? You can see the signature, look at that. $750, nice. I love it, thank you. Here's strip drivers, nice. All right, let's go and let's take you over to the other side. We're gonna go to the other side. There's another pavilion on the other side here that we can look at. Gentleman by the name of Buckeye Vintage Tools. Another gentleman, there's 2 vendors over here. They're pretty large as far as, the assortment of stuff that they have. So let's go and have a look here. All right, more plans. Let's start off the other side so we can catch everything. What I'm really in need of for myself is a set of chisels, not chisels, but carving gouges and stuff like that. So let's start over here. They do have a set of gouges, but here it is, 4,500, 100 pieces with a carving mallet. Look at this, a complete file setup.
I appreciate it.
Pretty amazing.
Enjoy it.
Pretty amazing. Look at this setup here, nice. Some saws. Some more saws. Then measurement tools. I found a Brown and Sharp protractor square at the local restore recently for like $5. It was kind of crazy. Look at these marking gauges. I keep thinking that I would like to get a nicer marking gauge. Maybe one of these rosewood ones would be nice. But one of the 10 things that you kind of want to balance out is, what do you really need? And that's really kind of my thing. It's like I got to think about what I really need. Again, I was at the restore, got a brace. Oh, look at this. There's a brace here that one of these you put against your shoulder, get a little more leverage like that. I just saw that in one of James Wright's videos. More beaters. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff here. Ooh, gouges. 200 bucks. Look at these big slicks. A little hewing hatchet. I keep thinking I would like to get a hewing hatchet. I'm not doing any kind of hewing, but I keep thinking I would like to have a one. Look at those big slicks too. My goodness. Big slicks, more planes. I mean, I've got pretty much, I've got 3, 4, 4.5, 5, 6, 7. I've got multiple 4s. I don't really need planes. That's the problem. It's like, but you see some of them, they're kind of really nice. It's like, ooh. But like I said, one of the things I feel is I feel like I want to get like a number 2 and a number 8. But really, it's only because I feel like, oh, maybe I should just have them all in case I need them, but not really because I do need them. So that's one thing I've been battling the last few shows. It's like, okay, not buying anything because, oh, look at this number 2. Oh, 225. Okay, that's part of the reason why I don't buy number 2s. 400 for this one. Ohio Tool 500. Ohio Tool 250 Stanley number 2. S casing 250. What is this one? Is this number 2 also? Number 2, 250 as well. 250. 350. Oh, yeah, these are expensive. Oh, here's a chamfer plane. 450. Ooh, 450. Love it, but man. Oh, here's one set up for shooting. That's kind of cool. 1350 for the number 9. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it?
The hot dog?
Yeah. How about this one? 850 for this shooting plane, number 51. That's really nice. That's really nice. I just made the shooting plane. Be sure to check it out. Thanks, Mike Pekovich, for the design. Veritas Edge plane. Nice. Some cabinet scrapers. I keep thinking I want to get a cabinet scraper, but I really don't know what I would do with it. 450 for this number 12 and a quarter. Ooh.
Yes. As soon as he
Oh, here's some.
I had several requests for him. Oh, nice.
Look at these. Spoke shaves. AMTs.
You know what? I've been meaning to stop by. I know of you. Just
What is this? Little hatchet? That's kind of cool. Here's some used Lee Nielsen. $400 for this one. This rabbiting plane. Nice. Rob Cosman saws. Oh, woodpecker sharpening system. $240. And then here's some combination planes. Look at this. Number 55s. Ooh, number 55. Look at this one. Beautiful display case. $450. And it's got all the cutters. Looks like all the cutters are here. And then look at this area. Look at this one. This one is number 41. I love the 41s because they have the engraving. Like, that is just kind of sexy. $450 though. Ooh. Ooh. There's another one. 46 has a little engraving. All right, let's go here to the next one. We got some clamps, some wooden planes, some skew planes. Oh, look at these cabinet maker planes. Look at this, man. These are kind of cool. I don't know what I don't really do this kind of hand working, so it's kind of like, I'm not sure if it's really ideal for me, but man, I kind of dig it. I may not like it. I may not do that kind of woodworking, but I do dig it. Oh, look at these steak knives. These are pretty steak knives. Looks like bone, carved bone. Very nice. And here we go, some planes. These planes are a little bit rough shape, but that's nice. I mean, you get the rough shape ones. Usually, sometimes you get good deals on them. Here's number 8. Broken letter flag. 400. Whoa. Right. What is that? Number 2. So many different ones. Miller's Falls are really nice. So there's Sargent, Miller's Falls. Miller's Falls and Sargent, you tend to get better pricing on them because they're not as desirable as the Stanleys, just because Stanley has the bigger cachet. So typically, if you find other types of brands, you can get a little bit better pricing, unless they're super rare. And I'm not really well versed in the rarity of different hand planes. Really, for me, the hand plane thing is I'm really more interested in users, stuff I'm actually going to be using in the shop. Well, here, like a Stanley 12.5. This one's $125. That's pretty good.
Very early round. Oh yeah, it's a very early.
Here's some more block planes. I mean, one of the things that kind of keeps a lot of the prices of these Stanleys and these other types of planes low is that in generations past, this is exactly how they made woodworking. These were the tools. So they made millions of these over the years. So that's why the prices are relatively still in affordable condition. What I'm looking for is a Brown and Sharp center finder to fit my combination square, but I'm not really looking that hard. Here's some miter gauges. All right, let's go inside the building and see what there is to see. We're gonna walk over here. We're gonna step in through the door on the side. All right, here we go. Into this the main room. As you can see over here to the left is Hyper Kitten. If you've listened to the podcast of Fine Woodworking recently, he was featured there, really great. I hope you can hear me well. Look, I got a big hay button anvil, $13.50. This is cool. Veritas Tucker Vise, $1,500. It's kind of similar to the Emert that we saw outside, but this is a more modern version, a little bit lighter weight. Just a lot of nice features, like he was showing it to me earlier. You can use this chain and connect it to a foot pedal that will raise this lever and kind of open it up so that it's easy to work with. And one thing I was really interested in is that look at this mount for the super robust. Like that is zinc, machine zinc. Really, really. Man, if I had $1,500 and I didn't have the Yoast, that would be very, very tempting. There's some beautiful like compass planes here. Look at that. So let's see here. Like here's a Stanley number 7, $125. That's not pretty good price. That's nice. $245 with the hawk bladed on number 8. So Hyper Kitten's got a lot of nice stuff here. Again, there's a lot of temptation that happens, and you just kind of have to be careful so you don't get too tempted and don't lose your money. Look at that big slick. Like that's, I would like to have a big slick. I don't know what I would do with it. I was what is this thing? I saw look at this earlier, but I don't know what that is. Any word on what this is yet?
Jointer.
Oh, sorry?
It's an edge joiner, right? Shooting plane. Or shooting.
Oh, it is a shooting plane. Oh, man. That is crazy.
Yeah. That is
Beautiful.
That's what I meant to say.
It's kind of wicked looking.
So it's one of the few known. It's a Hall patent made in Nashua, New Hampshire,
Okay.
made for running in a shooting board.
Oh, wow. Holy God, that's that's craziness.
Once that gets moving, it's not going to
It's not stopping.
Yeah.
But I mean, I imagine it was for very large timbers. Is that what it was, or? No. Okay. All right.
They've been popular. We don't see many of them.
Yeah, that's why I was like curious. It's so interesting. All right. Awesome. Thanks. So here we go. More stuff. Another hatchet. Look at that. I was tempted by this one. We got some mortising things. Look at that. Some skew chisels. Here's some gouges. $25 each or 5 for $100. So, I was thinking maybe I should get my $100 out and dig through all of these and figure out which ones I got a list from Mary at Fine Woodworking New England. She's a carver, and she gave me a list of what gouges are for a good beginner set. And I don't know why like even at this price point, I'm a little bit hesitant because I don't really know what I'm looking for, right? It's kind of like those things like I don't know what really constitutes quality or how to identify that in gouges. So it's kind of it's intimidating. That's really what it comes down to. It comes down to intimidation with not really understanding what some of the tools are and how much you should pay or what constitutes a good deal. Even though you know that if you buy file gouges, they're $75 each. So it's just a matter of trying to work through your questions and hesitancies. Now this one's a little bit cheaper. These are $15 each, or 5 for 50, so a little bit better pricing. Oh, here you get a nice Narex 12 millimeter, $15. Okay, that's a good deal. So I'm gonna have to come back here and look here now. Temple Tools is here with their range of saws. Very cool. I ended up here early this morning picking up one of their saws. Very crowded. We'll come back to them in a moment. We'll come back. How's it going? And then we've got the guy from Bench Nuts. Ooh, what is this? Stabilized carbon, stabilized oxidation marking and pocket knife. Ooh.
Way more slick even than the first gen carbon.
How often do you have to go back and recoat?
I would say for an average user, probably about once a year. It lasts a long time. It actually forms a film.
How do you put it on?
So you're going to get one of these blocks
So stabilized oxidation.
on there, and then you just wipe it
Oh,
off.
interesting. Maybe
Let it
copper
sit
based
for
or
about
brass
5 minutes,
based?
And you do that again. Let it sit for another minute, and then you use one of these glue towels to buff it off. And then you wait about 45 minutes, and you repeat that entire process.
So Carbon Method's here with Bench Nuts, and they are showing off their different Carbon Method systems as well as what they're using for both wood and cast iron, which is really interesting. I got to I got to see some of it earlier. Very interesting. Also, their lightning lock stuff. The Carbon Method stuff is really quite slick. I'm still learning more about it, trying to understand better for it, but like if you're able to come down here, it's a good time to come and talk to them. And there's a couple of vendors like Carbon Method and Veritas that I'm glad are here because they have products that I've been curious about that I don't know anything about. Here's some texturing tools. So I don't know if this is for leather. I presume it's for woodworking, but you can texture the wood, I guess. Again, these are some things that I don't really know. By Cottrell, they even have like a whole set. Really nice wax canvas. Like really pretty. Really pretty stuff. We have some more planes. And this is, I would say cutting board, but obviously that's not a cutting board. I don't know what that is. Here's some paste wax. And a big old mallet made from a branch. I'm of the mindset that it's good to make some of your own tools from, like I have a mallet that I make from a branch. It's very crude, it's very rudimentary, it's not very elegant, but it's something that you can make, and I encourage you to try doing that. Here's some chisels, $35. I saw this box earlier, Brown & Sharp. I was like, ooh, Brown & Sharp, but I don't know what those are. They're like some kind of rods for, I have no idea what they're for. But if you're not familiar with Brown & Sharp, like Brown & Sharp is an old company that is well regarded for their precision measuring instruments. Like, I have no idea what that is. So I ended up getting a vernier calipers from them, 24-inch, a while back, and I didn't know anything about them. I talked to some of the guys, and they're like, oh yeah, man, those are really nice quality stuff. Let's go look here, Bare Handcraft. Wax canvas rolls, so if you need tool rolls, ooh, really pretty. Since I'm mainly a shop woodworker, I don't really have a lot of need for, having to get like a tool roll. At least I haven't learned about why I need that yet. Some leather craft here, look, little pistol clasp, some bowls, canvas bags, very nice, very nice. Somebody's missing, you can come and set up if you want. So we got some merch here from Alexander Brothers. Shay Alexander was recently featured, or I think the most recent, the current issue of, there he is, of Fine Woodworking Podcast with Vic Tesselin. Let's talk to him. They have some swag here, nice mugs. Ooh, swag stickers. I'm going to take a swag sticker. Some veneer packs. If you want to subscribe to Shay's vlog, there you go, right there. Click on that. Here's some veneers, some walnuts. Uh-oh, power's out. Some spalted, nice. They also brought some lumber with them. I mean, Shea Brothers is a lumber processor. So we've got some butternut here, 110 bucks for this. 16 by 20 looks like 6/4. Popper, 105. This is more butternut, or elm and butternut, elm. And then Jeff Lekowitz he's the one doing the presentation right now. He's of his shave horse, so he's showing his shave horse. And then you can buy the plans, and I guess you can buy the hardware. There's a different, what do you call it? The different shirts they have available. 35 bucks, I think it is, $25. $25 for the shirts, 56 for the mugs. And then here's some more wood. We're out of power. I don't know what's going on. I mean, we are connected to the city grid, so that's probably a bad thing. Here, quarter sawn curly maple, 165 for this board. This is 10 foot by, 8/4. Nice. Quarter sawn, 165, not bad. Curly cherry, curly ambrosia. Then there's some smaller boards here, so in case you don't want to, spend that much money. 20 bucks for this one. There you go. A little better. There's some nice. So this is what Lefkowitz makes. He makes these type of chairs, and he uses the shave horse. Like I said, he's giving a demonstration right now, so he's in the tent. But you can buy the plans. Here's their shave horse plans. You can buy the book. Comes with 65 bucks, and then you get the full templates here. Here's what it looks like, and then you can see that. Oh, looks good. I guess maybe he sells the parts too. Like these are the parts. I presume you're going to make the parts. Looks like it's made out of maple. Actually, that's really heavy duty. Like I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but it's a ratcheting type of shave horse. I don't know much about shave horses, so I can't really say what the ratcheting does. But let's look here. Maybe there's something we can glean from it. I think the ratcheting part is so you can adjust the height of where you put your stick, right? Like you're going to take stock like this and put it in the shave horse and then use it for shaving and then create the facets on your legs. And so I believe that the ratcheting part, the ratchet riser, goes up and down to adjust the height. I think that's it's an easier way to adjust the height of the shave horse, right? So here's some more of the stools. Let's go over here. Plumier, they've got this machine that is not working because we have no power. So what is the machine?
It's a rose engine lathe.
What does that mean?
It does ornamental turning and uses cams.
Okay.
And I'll rock back and forth.
Oh, so you can create the patterns like this because of the cams.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to run it in the power one.
Which I wonder, like, we're supposed to be in city power, right? So what does that mean in the world? What's happening outside of are we facing some kind of doom? Ah, awesome. I'll come back when it's running. Yeah. Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, all this.
Okay. What's being
on here?
And these are, I remember someone was telling about it, they're fairly old, right, the machine?
This is new, but yeah.
Oh, this is new?
They're from the 1500s.
Wow.
This is a new one.
Are you guys making them too, or?
Yeah. These are being manufactured in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wow. How much are they?
Package is around $36,000.
36,000. Okay, okay.
Guy here originally started making these is here,
Okay.
and when he started non-profit, he sold this to another.
Ah, okay. Oh, so Plumier is a nonprofit?
Yes.
What's the beneficiary of the nonprofit?
Open to the public.
Okay.
There's a lot of machines there from the 1800s.
Okay.
You can go and use. I have classes.
Oh.
There's another open house in June.
Oh, June. And where's it located?
Salzburg, PA, about 50 miles from here.
Towards Philadelphia or towards
Towards Monroeville.
50 miles? Okay, that's closer to Baltimore for me then. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm in Baltimore, so that makes it easier. All right. 4 hours instead of 5. Perfect, perfect. All right, awesome.
Yeah, but we redone a 1860 building.
Oh,
We restored it. Took us about a year and a half. We're still working.
okay.
But there's clock making, watch making, ornamental turning.
Oh, awesome.
Machine shop. It's a lot to see. Salzburg is a little town. I think population about 800.
All right. All right, cool. So the 13th of June is the open house.
Yes.
All right, cool. Excellent.
It's free. Come spend all day.
All right,
Come
awesome.
out to town.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
There's demo, machines.
Excellent, excellent. All right, thanks. All right, let's go back. Oh, what we need to see is, let's go look at Temple. I meant to show you Temple earlier. Oh, here are the guys from Just Plain Fun. They're at a lot of the shows that I've been to this year. So if you need parts for your plane, justplainfun.com. Here you can see their card here, Just Plain Fun. Good resource for parts that you might need for your planes. Oh, this is Corinth Toolworks. They make their restaurant. This is the guy I was talking about earlier, I think. Yeah, like some of them you can find like these. Like if you were to come here and buy this, $60, right? $60 for this number 5 Craftsman made by Miller Falls. Like that's a hell of a deal. And these are in great shape. Now this one, $300 for the 78. That's. I mean, this is in like brand new condition, so I can see why they're asking that. But whoa. But as you can see here, they need here $40 for this one. This is not a Stanley. This is probably another brand. Yeah, just off-brand, but still works the same way. Design based on the Stanley design. Ooh. Here, like this one, Awards number 4. So probably Montgomery Awards. I think these are probably made by Miller's Falls originally. $50, like that's my dining room table. These are great. Again, here another Miller's Falls Craftsman number 4. A little bit modern in style, but very nice products. And here's the little tiny. Look at that plane. $200 for this one. That's very nice. Like,
Take off the very outer layer of bark. Yep. Just kind of. Then I take kind of clean it up.
oh, here low angle.
Small, thin smoke shape, or a lot of guys.
This is $250.
I take a smoke shape. It gives it that.
That's really nice.
But you want to still kind of make sure. I mean, you got to get
All
rid
right,
of
now
the
let's
outer
go over
bark.
here to Temple. Temple's got a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
Here's the Demon tool. So it's based on the demon mask of the samurai warriors. So there's like a rip and crosscut tooth design on it. Show price $41. I don't know how much it is normally, but this was recently featured in Fine Woodworking magazine, and I thought it was curious, so I bought one already. It's like I decided I better buy one before it comes in. I do kind of like this flush cut saw, $20. Like this. I like the feel of it. I'm tempted to get this. What I'm also thinking about getting is this. Kind of like a balisong from the Philippines. They have a design. it's still too stiff to flick, and of course it's a double-sided blade, right? Grip and crosscut. So you'd have to be very good at how to manipulate it without cutting your back of your hand. And here we got some paring chisels, bent neck, 266. If you're not too familiar, these are Japanese style chisels, and they have laminated blades, which means that, for example, let's take this one. I think it's a 24 millimeter, and you can see here. Can you see there? Like, I don't know if it's going to focus very well, but you can kind of see the lamination. There's a color difference. It's hard to see because we don't have much light, but there's a color difference right there. So there's a hard piece of carbon steel that is forge welded to softer white Nogami steel, and this is typical for most every Japanese toolmaker. So it's going to be very similar for Temple's versions. But what that does, you can get up to 66 hardness on this. So super hard, much harder than Western steels. But they use this softer steel in order to make it more pliable, more easy to use. So you get harder wearing edge, but softer. So when you're hitting with the mallet, or actually you're going to hit it with a geno, the geno is like this. This is probably like Irimonme. And the geno is also forge welded. Typically, I don't know what kind of metal. This is probably just regular carbon steel here, and they've got the regular softer steel, and then the carbon mallets. You can see the difference color again. So that's all forge welded here. One side, this side here, has the rounded end. That's for like tapping in nail heads, where this side, the flat side, is for hitting your nomi, the chisel. So that's actually it's really nice. That's really, really nice. So that's kind of the standard way of doing it. They also have this one. This is Damascus, so that's got the Damascus steel with, looks like a rosewood handles.
I am stepping in.
You're stepping in. Understood. Understood.
I don't know for sure.
So $20 for the set then, right? I'll give you $20.
If it goes in my bag. This one's beautiful too.
That is lovely. Look at Damascus, lovely. So Damascus, carpenter's chisel. You can see part of the difference is in the shape of the nomi head, right? A little bit different in style. Also, you can see here the way neck flares. It flares differently. This one can take. I think the design of it allows it to take more of a beating, so you can hit it harder. And then it comes with a little holster. That's very cool. Very, very nice. Replacement blades. Oh, here's the marking gauge. Marking gauges in Japan are a little bit different in that they have a blade. Anyway, I'm not gonna punch on that thing. There we go, sorry. I keep forgetting. So you got these blades instead of pins that you can actually, and this type you can set for mortising, right? So there's two different sizes. Right, so you got this, and then you lock it in place, and then now you can use that for marking. Now, a lot of the craftsmen, the woods craftsmen in Japan will make their own, but you can buy them $61. That's pretty good price. Actually, that's white oak, very nice. I really don't need to be here for this. Here's the Higa no Kami type of knife. This is kind of the same knife. I think that's the same knife that they're giving at the raffle. I'm not sure what the Hino Kogami are done for. Maybe if they're more of a marking. Like, here's a marking knife, black marking knife, $72. So single bevel. And then this is something that they came up with on their own, I think, or a kind of derivative, is their timber frame saw. So they got a bent handle, curved, angled handle with this very aggressive. If I did more kind of riving work, I would like to get one. But $85, Universal Katabas, they're $37. The prices are very nice. 240 millimeter Ryoba, $40. little bit finer tooth there. Nice. Dozuki 58, 58. I think what I want to come back for are maybe these two. But that's the problem, is like so much you can like here, you're already spending money. Got to be a little bit careful instead of spending money. Okay, Rockler's here as well. Look, we got a whole Rockler stuff. Rockler, if you're not familiar, is one of the national chains. They've got some nice products. I have some of their clamps, really good. For me, I don't have too much Rockler. I have more stuff from Woodcraft, because the Rockler that's close to me is about an hour and a half away in Fairfax, Virginia. But they've got a lot of nice stuff. I have a couple things. Their bench dogs are really bench cookies are pretty good. Okay, Wendell Castle's here in case you need to take some classes up in New York State. Wendell Castle's very good. If you want to work with YouTubers, look, YouTubers like Eric Curtis, and look, there's even Tim Coleman making a Krenov plane. Oh, Michael Fortune too. Like, I see all the famous guys are there. I do not teach there because I'm not famous. Oh, look at this rose. Look at that plane. Gosh, that is half-inch rosewood infill type plane made of brass, 250. Sexy. That is just sexy. My God. I kind of would love to have that. Dedicated molding planes, $200. Very nicely done. And then if you need some irons, different irons for your different planes. Panel razor planes. Wow. So this is New Heritage Woodworks. New Heritage, there you are. And then they also have their Arabian bench set up, so if you want to try some of their tools, see them in action, you totally can do that.
If you're interested in trying something out, just let me know. I'm happy to.
Look at that, beautiful. How's it going? And then here's famous guy, Vic Tesselin. He was just giving a presentation on dovetailing. He's got his books here, Minimalist Woodworker and Projects on Minimalist Woodworker. So there it is, so you can be here and see that. He's also got some stuff from Melbourne Tool. The Melbourne Tool prices are not too bad. They're block planes, $109, smoothing plane, $199, jack plane, $215. There was a time that I saw these Melbourne planes at a store, and I think they were selling for $275 for this particular number 62 style plane, which I thought was kind of pricey. But they're made in Australia, so I think there's going to be tariffs and stuff and importation issues with them. They're fairly heavy duty. Like if I compare this to my Lee Nielsen number 62, this is a lot more heavier, robust. It doesn't have as nice a feel to my hand, but and if it was $275, I don't know why I would buy this, but at $215, much more of a compelling price point for that. And so we've got the smoothing, low angle smoothing plane, very nice, $200. It's very hefty, very hefty. I'm gonna get a sticker. All right, then here's our host, the Plain Wellness. This is the Plain Wellness. Is this the Shave Horse by Lefkowitz? Is this Lefkowitz's Shave Horse?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And so the ratcheting feature is the height of this. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
The
you.
ratcheting feature of this is because it raises the height?
Yes.
Okay. I see. So here's the Lefkowitz bench. They're giving this as a raffle, so $20 a ticket, and you can win. How many people have bought tickets so far?
A few.
Oh, a few. Man. Okay. We need less people. I'm not going to show this. So there's some door prizes here, drawings each day. Oh, at noon. Where's the drawing? It's soon, right? There's a drawing right now, right?
The drawings are at noon for the first set of door prizes. This drawing is tomorrow.
It's almost noon now. No.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at the tent?
10 minutes.
I don't know. They doing that drawing here or at the tent?
I imagine they'll announce them over there.
Okay.
Because they have a.
I got to make my way there then. I feel lucky.
All right. Good luck.
So this is Plain. Oh, by the way, I meant to ask you, who does Plain Wellness? What's the mission? Mental health, right?
Yes. Wellness through woodworking.
Wellness through woodworking. There we go. All right, excellent. So that Plain Wellness, come support them. Eventually, they want to, get enough donations and raise enough money so they can build this wellness retreat facility that'll have a woodworking shop, event center, museum, and then they can even have students and residents. So come support the organization. They do really nice work, and you can buy as much product as you can. And then there's also like these are the raffles. So if you buy raffles,
Yep.
and then you just put them in, right? Just buy the raffle tickets and put. So awesome.
The key is you've got to be here for the drawing tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Okay. Oh, that's how to keep people around.
Yeah.
I got it. Awesome.
Yep.
All right, excellent. So we've got thin rip table saw, chisel planes, some stuff from Rockford. Vic Teslin has donated his minimalist woodworker. You can also get one of the mentorship vouchers. I would like to win that. Maybe get a little bit of Vic Teslin telling me that I am a terrible woodworker. Like, why are you using, look at that, that's nice. Why are you using like poor technique? Coca-Cola driver from Grumpy Gnome. Apron plane. I'm gonna buy some tickets for this. These are interesting. These are mallets made from old bowling pins. So you got this here. Then you also have the silent auction. And then there's Zenwood. We're gonna come back after the drawing. Let's go see what the drawing has to show us. All right, so there's a little bit of snack center. The snack center's got some good prices. Chocolate bar, $1.50. Canned drinks, $1. Drinks for $1. There's supposed to be some food trucks. It's noon, but there's no food trucks. There's Rex Kruger. Famous guy. All right, let's go here. We're gonna go and see what's gonna go on for this is the drawing. So over here is where they had the tent. As you can see, just finished with the shave horse demonstration. Really nice looking shave horse. I don't really do that kind of work, so I don't have much need for it, but let's sit over here and we're gonna see about, we're gonna wait here for let's not wait, let's go see what's in the food. They have food. Like I said earlier in the video, the woodworking group from Facebook has their setup here. They're doing interviews with woodworkers, any woodworker, just getting the stories of people that are in woodworking and how they got their start. Really doing great work. The Facebook group that he runs is really, really a great community, very supportive, very friendly, very easy to work with. Let's see what they got inside here. This is the food tent, so I guess no food trucks, but just food tent. Ooh. So we got burgers. So just leave a donation, some burgers, dogs, toppings. Ooh. Looks good. The guys are at work over here. Ooh, desserts. Some cake. Some chips. I brought some of my own food today. I stopped by a place called Tani's Pizza yesterday, last night for some pizza, and then decided to buy a sandwich from them so that I would have lunch, which I'm going to have after we're finished today. All right, we're going to wait here for the awards. Well, not the awards, but the raffle. When you come and when you buy your ticket, they give you a raffle ticket so that you can have a raffle, have a chance to win something. If you have any questions about what's going on, put them in the comments down below. Let me know what you're interested in. And I'll see if we can hunt it down. Or if you have questions of different vendors, we can go visit them and have a look. So we're just waiting here. Yeah, so they give you a ticket for each day. Little raffle here. Let's see. What's the number? 679164. I'm not sure what they're giving. Do you know what they're giving away this morning?
I have no idea.
Okay. Were you able to see the shave horse presentation?
No,
Okay.
I come up to get something to eat. I'm with the Butler Wood Turners
Oh yes, of course.
down at one building.
Yes. We were looking at your bowls earlier. Very nice stuff. Very nice stuff.
And I come up to get something to eat. And
The line's a
I
bit
sit
long.
down here and wait for the drawing.
Yes, if you're into YouTubers, both Rex Kruger and James Wright are here. If you guys follow them, I saw them earlier. So there's some famous guys here: Rex Kruger, James Wright, Vic Tesselin. I know this is not terribly exciting. Waiting. All right, guys, let's go. What time is it? Oh, we still have like another 4 minutes. So like I said, Vic Tesselin came and spoke earlier before this presentation. Unlike, let's say, Fine Woodworking New England, where they have two presentations running concurrently, at Hand Tool Haven, they only have one presentation. So it's a little bit easier. Like, you don't necessarily have to choose between the two. Like, that's one of the things that's a little bit annoying about Fine Woodworking New England, is that you have to choose which session you want to watch because they're kind of like overlapping. They did a little bit differently this year where they stagger the start times, but you're still kind of like trying to figure out which one you want to give your time to, which is a little bit, when you have two presenters that you really want to see, it's like, oh, how do you really choose between the two? Right now, if you're just joining us, we are at Hand Tool Haven in Butler, Pennsylvania. They are giving, so every day they give door prizes for all the attendees, but you have to be there in order to win. So we got a raffle ticket. So now we're just waiting for them to do the drawing. Drawing's supposed to start at 12. I know this is not terribly exciting, but if you want, you can scroll back in time through the stream, and you can see most of everything we've covered. 2 pavilions filled with, different tools for tool swaps. There's some really interesting stuff. There's an Emmerich Weiss here that the guy's asking $800. The guys from Hyper Kitten have a really awesome Veritas pattern maker's Weiss. They're asking $1,500. Some tempting stuff. There's also some of the dealers here have really great pricing on their tools. Some of the hand planes are like, I still think about that number 8. That number 8 for $100. Like that is the cheapest price I've seen for a number 8 in the last, I'd say, 18 months. So I'm super tempted to go back. Like, I'm really trying to avoid going there. But yeah, so there's some that we took a brief moment at Carbon Method. We've seen some for Temple Tools. What else did we see? We saw some of the woods from Alexander Brothers. So yeah, if you don't want to watch this part, we're just kind of hanging out here. You might consider going back and scrolling through it. I think those are a little bit more exciting. There's still a lot more for us to see in the main hall. Okay, there's our guy. Maybe he's gonna.
What? Okay. I'm taking your ticket out then. All right, so hello. My name is Jamie Hartster. I'm the founder and president of Fling Wellness. The first thing that I want to do, though, is do a giveaway. So who thinks that they have traveled the farthest to come to this event?
Oh, not me.
Where are you from? Florida? Can anybody beat California?
Africa.
You're Butler, so can anybody beat California?
I could beat it with Hawaii.
I see no more hands. All right, you get this. So this was donated. Oh, there's a hand over here. Where?
Oh, he knows where I'm from.
You don't get it. That is he's from California also, but he's the COO of Plain Wellness, so he's exempt from this. So this joiner's mallet was donated to us from the Back Channel School of Woodworking that is local to us. So I wanted to use it as a giveaway and to shout out their school because they're also doing awesome things like we are. So I will bring this to you afterwards. Is that all right? Okay. And then we will do the door prize drawing a little bit here. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Plain Wellness. I didn't prepare a formal speech because truly our mission is simple and what we're doing is simple, but the impact of it is profound. And that's the biggest thing that I want you guys to realize. So if you don't know about Plain Wellness, we offer woodworking courses. They're both virtual and in person. And the whole idea behind the virtual courses is to make them more accessible. We want students to learn woodworking because the more you learn woodworking, the more peace, joy, and accomplishment that you're going to feel in the shop. And before us, there wasn't many options for that. You can travel to courses, because we do offer those too, but if you can't afford to take time off of work, to travel to pay for the hotel, for the gas, for the food, all that kind of stuff, we got you virtually. But we are a 501c3 nonprofit. That part is not our full mission. Our full mission is for all of those courses. Any adult or veteran with a diagnosis or disability can take the courses free, completely free. Because those are the individuals that need them the most. Through our courses, you are trading isolation for community. Even if it's virtual, even if it's for a short amount of time. And that is what we're all about. And the proof for us is in the numbers. So far, we have given out over 500 free seats in our courses. We haven't even finished 3 full years of them. 500 free seats. For those of you that are member people, that's over $58,000 worth of courses. But the thing that makes it amazing is the fact that we're still able to operate. The people that don't have a diagnosis that take the courses with us, all of that money goes to making this mission possible. Whether you donate, coming to this event, you are making that mission possible. We are able to give out over $58,000 worth of courses or worth of seats to our students and still continue growing and advancing. We were only founded in 2023. Look around. Look at the names that we have coming out to support us. Look at the people here coming out to support us. That is what the mission is about. So you guys being here, you're making it possible for us to make learning woodworking more accessible, giving our students more peace, joy, and accomplishment in the shop, trading isolation for community. So for me and from everybody at Plain Wellness, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I might get tearful. I said I wouldn't. You're helping this dream and this mission come true. I tried not to be emotional. All right, let's go ahead and do the door prize. Now this door prize, where's James? James, okay, so this door prize, we all love James Wright. James Wright is one of our, I can't say favorite teacher because I have a lot of teachers, but James Wright's been the teacher of the year like years and years in a row because he's just awesome. His door prize was the one that was going to be for today, but he forgot it. I'm going to blame myself. I didn't remind him. That's on me. I accept full blame. So whoever wins, we're going to write your name down, and he'll ship it to you. Exactly. Yeah. So whoever wins, we're going to go ahead and ship it to you, okay? All right. Does it spin well? It spins kind of well. This was Amazon. We're a nonprofit. Come on. All right. We have, I don't want these falling out, 679090.
Ugh.
Is that you? I'm drawing again. I'm sorry, that's my dad. Is it really you? I'm drawing again. That is hilarious. If it was the Vices, I wouldn't draw again. I just want you guys to know. You can have the Vices. He doesn't woodwork, James. All right. 679-300. I see you right there. Congratulations. All right, now we have, come on up here. And we have a couple other announcements. It is the silent auctions and the raffles. He won. Can you take this over to that guy? Maybe he has a pen. Do you have a pen? Hot mess. Hot mess. All right. The only other thing that I wanted to let you guys know is food's over there. Did they already talk about the food truck issue? Do I need to talk about that still? Okay. Food truck canceled on me yesterday at 7:15. So we have our amazing volunteers cooking us some hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff in there. So, yes. We're going to get you guys some lunch. Tomorrow we do have 2 food trucks showing up. So just know that we're covered for tomorrow. Oh yes, see, I need to get better at asking for donations. We can't charge you for food, but if you would like to donate, there's a donation box over there. Thank you. Silent auctions and the raffles. Again, all of that proceeds goes to advancing the mission, so make sure you stop by and check those out. We would draw all of those raffles. You need to tell me something? We're almost out of food. If you're hungry, get food fast, because we're almost out of food. But we scrambled as much as we could. All right, that's all I got.
All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you guys. We're here. Let's go back inside, show you what else is in, so we can round out our thing. I do have my driver's license from Hawaii, so I could have passed as the farthest person here. However, there's a number of people here that know me that know that I'm really living in Baltimore, so that would be that would be a bit much. So let's go here, back to the main building. We still have about half of the show in this side of the building to check out and to show you. But some really interesting stuff, like you mentioned that they're having a silent auction, and these are the silent auction items. Really nice stuff like this. Here, we've got this Veritas #1 plane, bevel up, and it has the engraving from Hand Tool Haven. I mean, Plain Wellness, Hand Tool Haven #1. No one has bid on this yet. Starting bid, $170. So that's really, actually, I really like this. Like, I'm kind of, like, it feels nice. I was telling the gentleman at Veritas earlier that I'm supposed to go to Toronto later this summer, and I've been looking forward to trying their stuff. But getting to see their Veritas product has been really great because I've not really had much experience with them. But like this block plane, gosh, that feels really nice. DX60 block plane. Here again is that mallet made from the bowling pin. I think that's kind of cool. Although I wasn't sure why it's colored. Oh, I guess that they just stained it. This is a discontinued item. NX60 block plane, no longer in production. Starting bid $400. Okay, can't really, but that's sexy. Gosh, it's like super sexy. What else we have here? NOS Clifton plane, multi-plane, so kind of like the number 55 from, but this is Clifton. Clifton is I think this is more modern, right? Grumpy Gnome has donated the African Blackwood mallet. That's really nice too, gosh. Crack Tool has their spoke shave, round and flat bottom. Right now at $250. Okay. Oh, this one, the Grumpy Gnome starts at $55. New Heritage has one of their OG quarter-inch planes. See the OG profile. Starting bid is $150. That's really nice. You know, I see tools like this and I think, wow, maybe I should start to get more into this kind of woodworking. Bad idea. Here, Paul Burchell has made this kind of hybrid between a Western and Japanese plane. Really pretty. Like, I think that's really nice. Another one from Veritas. This is the bevel up jack plane. Like, this is their version of the number 62. Much beefier than my 62. Just a different style. They really have a different, interesting way of approaching planes. Molding planes by Varville. $575 starting bid. Opening bid for this one, this is the bevel up smoother plane. Gosh, that feels nice too. $260. I was telling the guys that I was at Patina earlier this year, and one of the vendors had a used Veritas, like number 4. And I picked it up, and I didn't like it because I thought the tote was really too thick, and I was like, oh man, I guess I won't like Veritas because their totes are too thick. It wasn't until after that that I found out that their custom planes, you can have 3 different sizes of totes. So you can fit it better to your hand, and these definitely feel a lot better. That's nice too. This is a 5 1/4. Let's see how they connect. The tote is actually connected straight to the frog rather than to the sole, like on a typical Stanley style thing. Here, TBP Toolworks has these tri-squares, very nice. Red gum tri-squares, gosh, starting at $240. No one's bid on that yet? Hard to believe. Let's go back over here. See the other silent auction items. This one is for the carbon method patina knives, the ones we saw earlier, starting opening bid $250. There's this sawing donkey. Wow, that's kind of nice too. This is from, I'm not sure who's making that. I think this is being made by, is it Goncalo? No, I think it's Brian DeJong. Brian DeJong, I think, made this as well as this Moxon vise. Looks like I believe this is the benchwood, the bench-made hardware. Very nice. There's also Blue Spruce Black chisel sets starting at $350. Ooh. Jeff from Blue Spruce was telling me that they were going to come out, but then they were not able to come out at the last minute. That's actually kind of a nice, I feel pretty good, those Blue Spruce. Then we've got a block plane from Goncalo Alves, number 6 1/2, with a steel sole. Oh, that's really nicely done. Starting $300. Also, Blue Spruce router plane. Ooh, $180. Ooh, man, if you can get this at $180, no one's bid on these at $180. That'd be a hell of a deal. These are what, $300? Oh, here's the Cottrell punches, and then we've got Veritas number 6 plane. Gosh, that's nice. $280. Starting bid. Then there's also, what is this? This is a hand-sized tool quilt. All right. All right, let's go here to Veritas. Here's Veritas. Lee Valley's come out here. The gentleman here with the glasses is the main, one of the main guys. So they got all of their honing jigs, spoke shaves, chisels. Like I said, it's really nice that they're here because it gave me the opportunity to try or to feel their tools in person. Oh, what is that? What is this?
It's a saw set.
Oh, saw set. Ah. For the teeth. And here's their range of planes again. So they've got everything. If you give your email, they will give you a catalog. So the catalog is this big book of Lee Valley. I'm curious to see what they have in their gardening tools, so I'm going to get this later. I just don't want to carry it around. Here's their shoulder plane. This is the large shoulder plane on I forgot what they call that, but it's kind of like a joining vise. But I have the medium, which I really like. I've not seen the large in person, but man, it's massive and heavy, but gosh, it's really, really nice. Really, I kind of would like to get that. I don't know what I would use it for because, that's fairly large. Then here is like a rabbiting plane. That's, again, Veritas. I've become much more, impressed with their stuff over time because, I really didn't know much about them. Here's their edge rule. So you put this on the edge of your workpiece. I have the Pinnacle versions that I believe are made by woodpeckers. There's something, this is really thin and light. There's something actually very elegant feeling to my hand about this particular edge rule. If I didn't have my Pinnacles, I would be very tempted to buy one of these. But they're really, I'm really impressed by those, impressed. All right, let's see here. What else we have? We got some shaved horses. Oh, bull horse. That's a bull horse. Bull horse. Workbench, old school workbench. Here, Dave Fisher's got some carving bowls. This greenwood carving. Look at that, beautiful. Oh, I love the detail on this. Look at that. That's oh, it is a squirrel. That's funny. Oh, here, center finder. This is Eric Meyer.
I'm actually just sitting in where he went to get lunch.
Oh, there's bearings. That's really nicely made. $40 for this one.
Like a flushing chisel.
Really
It's like an
good
almost
weight.
a squirrel, and it's a squirrel tail. So you turn it into a squirrel.
So I was talking about it earlier. This is a New York City style infill plane for miters. So using rosewood, stainless, adjustable mouth, $650. Really, really, that's really, gosh, that's really pretty. Century block plane. What is the metal?
I believe it's bronze.
Bronze?
That, I don't, I'm just standing.
You're sitting in.
So if you
Everywhere I
have
see you,
real
you're
questions,
standing in. Right on.
He
So,
went to grab lunch.
$10. $10. Right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it.
There's like one of these in the world. The original, it's in a museum.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh, it's sold already.
Is it sold?
It
Oh,
says
is
sold. Look at
there
that.
you go.
Oh, too late, man. Too late.
And he made it as a replica of all the details from the museum.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Very cool.
Eric ran to get some lunch, but he'll be right back.
Ah, yeah. No worries. No worries. I was talking to him earlier, but
Squirrel tail.
I like that.
Flushing chisel, so you turned it into a squirrel.
I love it. Love it.
I like the creativity.
That is a nice touch. Miter planes. Here's some miters. I guess you could shoot it.
These typically only come in a square body. If
Okay.
you wanted more of a coffin style, so he made these.
Oh, okay.
And
So
it's
low
all
angle
canary
shooting.
wood, but he ebonized it to make it almost look like ebony.
Okay.
So you're not wasting ebony. But I think that's a really sharp.
Yeah, that's nice. That's all, but it's all canary. You said, right?
It's all canary wood.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
just
very pretty.
ebonized. I think it is a really good. It's pretty close to ebony.
Yeah, that looks really nice. See, this is why $450. You could wreck yourself here. Here we are.
I think this
Dancing
is when he
master
got
calipers.
his start with these tiny.
Oh, making
tiny
these?
little chisels.
Oh, chisels. Oh,
He's
fascinating.
on his way back now. Do you have any questions?
Oh, okay, very good. Dancing master calipers. Look at that. Hook rule, $20. And then there's a hammer kit, so you can make your own hammer. Nice. Now we've got some stuff from Hillview Tool. Some squares, really nice. Look at that. Brass with different inlays. This one is ebony inlay, $210 in Imperial. Just beautiful stuff here. This one's a little bit longer. That's like 12 inches. This one is 18, $285. That's Makassar ebony, cherry burl, walnut burl. This is like checkered brass. Very nice. Ooh, double bevels. That's very nice too. Ebony 180. And then brass bevel. Look at that. African blackwood. Beautiful. And we have here's some dovetail markers. 1/6. Oh, they're really weighty. That's really 1/8. 1/6. So really pretty stuff from Hillview. Rulers. Bread lame. Oh, bread lame. Oh gosh. That's more of my speed right here. So if you're not familiar with this is used, you can see here on a boule. When you're making boule, you'll actually use the razor, and this lame is meant to attach the razor, and you're cutting these reliefs on your boule, or actually any bread, French style, what this does, it releases the steam and the pressure while the bread is baking. So super, super important for baking. Really nice. That's really nicely done there.
They make great gifts.
Gosh, I wouldn't get that for a gift. I would. That'd be strictly for myself.
Well, we've got some.
I know. Gosh, tempting. Very tempting. Is your hangers here are wood also, right?
No.
Oh no, that's is
3D
printed. Oh, printed. Okay.
Yeah.
I just saw the grain. And I was like, oh, is that carved also? That's awesome. Beautiful stuff you guys have. Beautiful. Thank you.
Tony's our maker. He's the full-time tool maker here.
Yeah, they look beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Look at that all. Look at that all. Oh, not for sale. Oh, feel free to handle. Just look at this plane. Shit. Oh, the dovetails. Look at that. How much is this?
They are done in small batches, and they start about $750.
Okay.
And they go up depending on infill or material choices.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
I love the dovetail. Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Most of these tools he does in small batches where you get custom engraving. Like, here's an example of a logo that's engraved. Instead of his logo, you could have your shop logo.
Oh, nice. I had my face put on it too then.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's what I want. Thank you. All right, here, Taylor Toolworks has a mobile work table. Peony. Look at that. I've been wondering about their stuff. You see them talk about it on their website, but
Nice bench.
is it a nice bench?
It just folds right up. It's like a folding chair.
Oh, nice.
And I've got it covered in stuff, but it's so easy to walk. If you buy this online through J Tools, it comes assembled. It's ready to go.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you can work with it 10 minutes after you own it.
Wow.
You want to see it fold up?
No, it's got all the stuff on it. It's no big deal.
Easy. I mean, we
Not a
can
big
do it.
deal.
Let's do it.
Oh, all right, very good.
Ready?
So, yeah, sure. Okay, $269 from Taylor. And we are at Gordon Addison, and they make templates for totes. So if you want to make your own tote, you can buy their template, and it will help you to carve that. They also have templates here for turning. So if you want to turn your, I can't remember the name of that call, but so they're very kind to do this here. All right. Oh, super simple. Those checks are clever.
I
Wow.
don't think you can buy the beach to make the bench.
Oh, for that much? No, not at all. Not
And
at all.
It's got the vise on it
Huh.
with the dogs, so you lift it up.
I mean, the vise itself could cost you almost as much as that. Oh, that's fantastic. Awesome. Thank you for showing that.
Yeah. Complete. The dogs are in it. They're spring ball tent.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, very cool. And that's through Mike Taylor, through Taylor Tools.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, those guys have
Made it in
beautiful stuff.
Czechoslovakia, so it's a Czech product.
Those Czech are clever. They're
This
clever.
I like it a lot, especially for what I'm doing. You know,
Right.
I'm not planing, rough stock.
I'm not planing either. I'm just pretending. That's all.
Yeah, great.
Awesome. Thank you. So if you don't want to get your own templates to make it, they do sell totes for different eras of Stanley Bailey planes, and very reasonable price, $35 for that. That's very pretty, right? $12. I mean, look at $12 for that. Like, it's worth buying if you're trying to restore a plane, because it's just like what. Why would you spend? I mean, you can't make it for cheaper than that. The time that it would take me to make this, right? Like for example, if I made one of these, $36. So let's say $36, right? $36. So if I just carved it myself and using scrap wood, it would take me hours. So that's totally worth it. Oh, here you can see even how they're doing it. As you're turning for the front handles, you're putting the gauge inside just to measure the. If you're a turner, you understand all this. I'm not telling you anything new, but that's. All right, let's move on here. We're going to go to Sterling Toolworks. Sterling's got some beautiful. Look at these dovetail gauges. 1.7, 1.6, 1.4. I like 1.4. 1.4 is kind of my. I just kind of like it. I don't know why, but you know. But brass with I think stainless, really nice, really heavy, weighty. Just that's. So you got 1.4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So you can do like regular dovetails. There's blind dovetails here. Look at that. That's.
It's a router plane wallet.
I wish I could do
Keep
that.
all of your
Here's some
parts
dividers and a compass.
together.
Is that a Hamilton?
That's super nice.
I saw your shirt. I'm like, well,
So I use these. I use them to demonstrate. He's a very good friend of mine. So I sell them on my website, and at shows that he's not at, I sell them at the shows too.
because I bought mine last year in Iowa.
We got a marking knife here. Look at this marking knife.
Because what I like is it's a knife, not a pin. I don't like pins. They trip too much. It just holds well.
That's really nice.
60 for the 4-inch. I've only got 2 left, and 70 for the 6-inch. And these are cherry. 90 for the roasted curly maple.
90 for the curly maple. Whoops. 40 and 60. Look at that. That is super nice too. Let's pull it apart. Oof.
Absolutely. It's the best on the market.
God, this is really nice.
It depends on what you're marking, but the one that I use the most is that 4-inch. As far as marking gauges go, it's the best on the market because you can pinch right where the business end is. This blade is concave this way and this way, so it drives the board into the fence, won't follow the grain. If you're further out here, then you adjust, and then your ring finger goes in there. The most stable place for you to do your marking is on your bench. Round marking gauges, you can't do it on your bench. You have to do it off the side. You lose that. Because this is so thin and your area is much wider out, you can go right on your bench. So, for all of those reasons, the fact that it's precision dovetail, you don't have to crank on it. It locks in very nicely.
But it's so thin, you're saying that you can, your piece of wood can sit and you can go like this and you're not running into the table here.
And how much was the 4-inch?
The 4-inch is 60 in the cherry.
60.
And the 6-inch is 70. I've only got 2 left. After that demo, I got wiped out. I had fumed white oak. I had African blackwood. I had all.
These markers.
And how much are the marking knives?
Sorry?
How much are the marking knives?
It's $140 for the Cocobolo and $130 for the fume white oak. This is the last Cocobolo, and I've got only 3 left of the fume white oak. The fume white oak are special to me. He only makes fume white oak for me.
Okay.
And I had marking gauges, 8 of them. They're gone.
The cherry will hold up as well as the cherry will hold up as well as the Cocobolo, or.
Well, exotic is much tougher, so it'll last longer. But I haven't worn out my cherry one after 10 years, so it all depends on how much you use it.
I'll take one of those.
Okay.
I'm going to take the other one.
Well, they're gone. All right.
Because we're running out already, so might as well grab it now.
Oh, no. You know what?
Or was that the last one? Oh.
That was the last 4-inch.
Oh, all right.
I have 6-inch. That's it.
All right, next time. Thank you. That's a sign from God, saving me from like my own recklessness. All right, what else have we not seen? Oh, there's a new gentleman here. He's got. Oh, you came inside. Yeah. Awesome, awesome. All right, where we left off? We left off. Oh, we did not see that down. We saw all of this. If there's anything you want to see or looking for that you'd like me to zoom in on, let me know. So here's the tote bags. There's Rex Kruger, in case you're interested. All right, now carbon method. Oh, here's the bench nuts. In case you're not familiar, bench nuts are these nuts for your bench to, put stuff on. Oh, here's one. You've probably seen this on YouTube. They seem really nice. I mean, if I didn't already have a whole ton of like bench cookies and the stuff from Miles Craft and these other ones, I would be very interested in buying them. But well, here is the barn on White Run. I've been curious. What are these?
These are wood polishers.
How do you use them?
Well, let me show you.
All right.
This is plywood straight from the lumber yard.
Okay.
So
Nothing fancy?
Nothing fancy.
Perfect.
So when you use this tool, and this tool has been around for hundreds of years on both sides of the English Channel, both in England and in Europe. And these are broom straws that I have a hippie who makes these for me.
Nice.
But he's getting old and getting arthritis.
Uh-oh.
I'm really worried about his future. Anyway, so you just let me back up just a second.
Of course.
Because our woodworking tradition is really built on the use of electric sanders. Well, they didn't have electric sanders back then. They used all kinds of other things. This is one of the things they used, and they can rub a piece of wood, feel what that feels like now, and then this is part of the finishing process, but you can feel.
Oh yeah, there is a big difference. You're right.
So that's what this tool does.
And there's nothing impregnated in that, or there is?
I have wax in this end, but this end is clean.
Oh, okay.
So you can use it to introduce wax if you want to do that.
So you're essentially burnishing it with the straw. Is that correct? Okay.
Exactly. And you have to make sure that you prep these so that they're polished, so that they don't scratch. I mean, they won't scratch up the wood, but if they're really polished, I mean, you can feel how smooth that is.
Oh wow, yeah, that's unexpected looking at the texture of it, right?
That's what it is.
And that's strictly from the burnishing, no wax on that end.
That's correct. That's correct. And
now, why would you use the wax instead of this?
well, a lot of it just depends on what is your end point for your finishing process.
Okay.
Because there's 1,000 different end points. So some of them involve wax, some of them don't. And historically, outside of high fashion urban areas, most transparent coatings were wax.
Right. Okay.
So they got really skilled at using wax, and they obviously had beeswax everywhere. There were Mediterranean bees.
Mm-hmm.
To a certain extent, I have to deduce that they had shellac wax because they knew how to de-wax shellac. And when you de-wax shellac, you got shellac wax left over. The shellac wax is way, way, way harder than beeswax. You can compare just compare the hardness. This is beeswax,
Bees and
that's
shellac.
shellac wax. This is a blend that I make. Just for,
Oh, this is super. So this would be harder than carnauba.
it's not as hard as Canova.
Not as hard. Okay.
Canova is the only natural wax that's harder, but Canova toast dates my area of interest. Canova came into the marketplace in the 18, I mean technically I think 1847, but 1850s, 1860s. So it wouldn't have been around in English or French furniture in the 1750s.
Understood.
So I'm trying to explore and exploit that earlier vocabulary.
Okay. Okay.
And still do beautiful and magnificent things with it.
So what's the difference between this brand new one and that one other than you used it?
It's been prepped.
How do you prep it?
Yeah, what's the prep is my question. Okay.
280.
First, you check to see if there's anything sticking up real tall, and I use a cuticle cutter.
Okay.
Because it gets right down to the surface, and then let me add another new one here. I'll use this end just because it's one I'm playing with. And so once you get it clean, you still have the leftovers from when the maker made it. So you got to get rid of that. And
just a sheet of sandpaper.
this is as high tech as it gets, maybe.
And now you're using 280. Is that?
That's what I want.
Does it have to be 280? Okay.
Yeah. If it's really rough, I may start a little bit rougher, coarser sandpaper, but it works fine for what I'm doing. Now what I'm going to do is rub this on the surface and use a little bit of a rotating rocking motion because I want to induce just the slightest little dome. Okay. If you look at that, you can see just barely a little bit of a dome.
You're not even pressing down.
Not heavy. And you just do that. See that area there? That's what you want it to look like, but all over. Okay. So it's all the same length.
Are you trying to dome it or crown it in any way, or not really?
Just a tiny, tiny little bit.
Okay.
So you can see that's the tiniest little dome across here, and that's all I want. Now, the only time you would change that is if you were turning small bowls and you had a fairly small radius.
I gotcha.
You would make it that way. But you would just and you just keep doing it until it's done. And then unless you do something really profoundly YouTube-worthy stupid, you don't have to do any more to this
Ever again.
ever again. People ask me how long they last, and I say I don't know because I've never worn one out. The only ones I wear out are the ones that have the long whiskers. Those are for carving, and when you burnish carving, you do break off those bristles.
Makes sense.
But
Other than size, is there any difference between that one and this one?
no,
Oh, so it's just size differences.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked my broom maker to make me some as exact in configuration to the original 1760s version, and this is what he made for me. But he leaves all the rest. I mean, he's a broom maker. That's what he does.
So is it just like what size furniture you're making, or?
Yeah, pretty much. This would be if you made something that was bigger than this one needs. You're basically varnishing the barn.
Got it.
And so when you're talking about like these waxes, like the shellac wax, are you just using it like you would with beeswax, like just to coat the?
No, I have to melt it together with beeswax because the shellac wax is too hard to use.
Oh, okay.
In its native state. That's the blend 31. So that's 3 parts beeswax to 1 part shellac wax.
3 parts
And
beeswax.
that's a really wonderful blend.
But this is not something you put on like paste wax.
I make paste wax out of it. Oh, do you put? No, you don't use that for paste wax. Although an acquaintance of mine who's a French furniture maker in London makes a paste wax. It's basically this, but made into a paste wax, and he does put it on with a polisher. That's not my practice, but there's nothing wrong. I mean, he gets great results, so I'm not going to gripe about it.
And how much are what are they even called?
Polissoir.
Polissoir?
Polissoir.
Polissoir. Oh, polissoir. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Roubeau's polissoir. And how much are they?
The 2-inch ones are $45, and the smaller ones are $25. And I will say these are all handmade things. So some of them are slightly larger or smaller. It just depends on how much the fibers compress when he's putting it together.
Okay.
And I've got one somewhere here. Oh. According to true tradition, they're made out of not broom straw, but a grass called juncus. And if you've ever seen a cow pasture, and there's like a spiky cluster of grass standing up, that's juncus. Cows don't like juncus. And all that means is coming from this planet. Right. So the difference is when my broom maker makes one of these, he starts out with a cluster about that big, and that's how much it compresses. When I made this, I started out with a piece of 6-inch PVC that was filled with juncus, which is a hollow shaft grass.
Okay, you crushed it.
The sorghum is not. And so when I made this, I crushed the 6-inch piece down to this. So I did that to say, well, maybe I can make some myself and sell them, but no way. No way.
So you can even see the porousness of that there, right? You said they're hollow in the center.
It's a hollow shaft,
yeah.
but it's crushed. And if you look at it, you can see how some of them have crushed and become, changed some shape, distorted.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
And this one, I think, is fully impregnated with wax.
Okay.
So,
what's the advantage of impregnating with the with wax?
Well, if you're working with a surface that you don't want wax involved in the process, then you would want a polisher that's not impregnated with wax. If you're going to use wax in the process, then the wax makes it a little more robust and a little tougher. And it serves as sort of a lubricant when you're doing that, because if you rub the surface, you're building up heat and literally turning the contact wax into a buttery consistency to move it around a little bit.
And so let's say you're using this, your 3-in-1. How are you getting the wax onto it? I
either rub it onto the surface, or I use a melting iron.
Oh, okay.
Which they did. They didn't obviously have plug-in electric irons. They used irons very, very similar to a roofer's soldering iron. And I found a roofer's soldering iron at a flea market and just cut the tip off. And this would be hot. And you would literally melt it onto the surface, and then
transfer
spread it.
Oh, spread it.
Spread it around, and there is an art to it because all of this marquetry would be glued down with hide glue. So if you get it too hot, it's going to pop.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
you would transfer the wax to the piece rather than onto the.
I've done it both ways.
Oh, okay.
A lot of it is. Again, what is your end point? What do you want your end point to be? Because if you know where the end point is, then you can reverse engineer all the steps in between. But you sort of have to decide that from the start.
Okay.
Is this mostly used to burnish marquetry, or?
Well,
like I'm not gonna lie, I don't currently do any marquetry.
We need to talk.
Okay.
It would have been used for pretty much any surface of that period in part of its preparation. The one distinction that they make is that when you're using solid wood furniture, you introduce the wax to the surface in excess and then scrub it in. You make paste wax, which I think I have. I have some paste wax here somewhere that I've made the old-fashioned way. I don't know where it is, but I have some somewhere. I'll find it as soon as I'm done with my talk. You know?
Of course, yeah.
But I really like making a tallow paste wax because it's of the period.
So what your period is
My preferred period is 1780 and earlier.
Okay.
Preferably a lot earlier. But, I mean, they did have white spirits. We would call white spirits mineral spirits, naphtha. Turpentine was its own white spirit, and they would have dissolved wax into that to make a paste wax.
Yeah.
And I don't think I brought any turpentine wax. I tend to avoid turpentine because I have really severe respiratory allergies.
Yeah.
And turpentine is one of the most allergic materials.
I didn't know that, but
it is.
Yeah, I avoid it too.
If you ever, a lot of people I know have used turpentine beeswax as a finish, and after a while, their hands, you get dermatitis. And one of the things about allergens versus toxins is your body can develop a certain tolerance for toxins. The more you're exposed to allergens, the more sensitive you become to allergens.
Yeah, I have a lot of allergies, so I'm familiar.
So I finally got an appointment after many, many years. I got an allergist who's going to give me a complete workup. Because I sound like a locomotive most of the time.
Oh my.
And, so anyway, that's sort of all of this stuff.
Okay.
But, for example, on this piece, this is just part of the demo I'm doing at 2 o'clock.
Oh,
good. And you can't do everything all at once, so I have to do some
quarters.
Who is the cooking lady?
Julia Child.
Julia Child, yeah. They had everything at every step of the way so they could peel it out. So I'm using the melted beeswax as the grain filler.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a shellac polish on top of that.
Okay.
So, again, before the age of mineral type, plaster type grain fillers, beeswax was it. Either beeswax or lots and lots of coats of varnish that you cut down through.
Awesome. And are you also selling shellac?
I do have some powdered, it's a cool story.
Okay.
There was a company in New Jersey that was using analytically ground shellac as a binder in their printing process. Something.
Okay. Yeah.
For the transparent backlit advertising. Yeah. For 50 years, the binder was shellac.
Shellac sticks and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shellac is an agricultural product, so the supply goes up and down, the quality goes up and down. So they said, okay, enough of that. We're not going to use that anymore. So they went to a petroleum-based synthetic resin, which is, makes perfect sense from a business point of view. So they had a pallet stacked about as high as me of boxes of this pre-ground shellac flour, which is unbelievably cool because it's.
Yeah, I was looking at the bags earlier. I was like, wow.
Wow. That's shellac, and it's great as lemon number 1, which is my all-time favorite. So anyway,
How much is a bag of it?
$60. That's 2 pounds. $30 a pound if you're following the market. That's
No,
a deal.
compared to what BC&T sells at Woodcraft, that's a hell of a good
That's
price.
deal. So anyway, these guys have this. They put it on eBay. A friend of mine calls me up and says, I found this stuff. I tried to buy it. And they said, congratulations, you bought 2,300 pounds of shellac. No, I only wanted one little bit. But again, since they were in New Jersey, in the People's Republic of New Jersey, this was considered an industrial toxic waste, even though it's a food product.
Right.
It's a food coating. But since it was coming out of the printing industry, it was an industrial toxic waste. So they were going to have to pay industrial toxic waste disposal fees for this ton worth of shellac. So I get on the phone and we make a deal. I mean, it's not insignificant what I paid, but we take all the seats out of the Honda Odyssey, drive up there, coming home, pulling a wheelie. And my wife was saying, why are we doing this? You never know when you're going to run out. When the zombies come over the hill.
I may not die yet, so it's good plenty.
Well, you're never going to run out. So.
I have sold about 2/3 of what I bought over the past.
Sold another bag.
And as long as it stays dry and cool, you're fine. The shelf life is basically unlimited. And I use it in all of my teaching. It's my preferred grade. I prefer waxy shellac. I don't like de-waxed shellac. I have a collection of like 50 different kinds of grades of shellac. I mean, all that. But anyway, so I bought this, saving these guys a ton of money by not having to pay industrial toxic waste disposal. Oh yeah.
Wait, so you still have some more supply of shellac?
I have 2 full drums.
Oh, okay.
2 full drums. And
it's not toxic waste when it comes to drums.
yeah, it's a food coating product. You have consumed lots and lots of shellac because it coats fruit. It's on. If you've ever had enteric medications.
Let's go look at some of these over here. All right, so remember we were just there looking at those 4-inch marking gauges, $60, and they sold out. Now we know why it's sold out, because this is actually what I've been thinking about buying. I've been thinking about buying the BC&T brand from Woodcraft, but BC&T is pound is like $55, 2 pounds for 60 of lemon number 1. That's a hell of a deal. It's a hell of a deal. So I think they wasted 40 for the large and 30 for the small. It's actually really small. I may have to get one of these as well, and then some shellac wax. But that's good. All right, that's the Barn White Run. We're going to come back. He's going to do a presentation today. And what else do we need to see here? So here, marking gauge, $61. I was talking about this. That might be the one to buy. All right, I think we've seen pretty much everything here. I don't know why they haven't established the power again. That's a little bit crazy. Yeah, we've seen pretty much all of the show now. I'm looking forward to his presentation at 2 p.m. But you've got all of this. There's Vic Tesson again, selling his stuff. Oh, here's the Zenwu. We didn't get to see the Zenwu. We didn't see the gristmill stuff. So the NWTCA, the Midwest Tool Collectors Association, they have different shows all around the country for tools. Like we said earlier, there's one in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, kind of close to me. That's going to be happening July 10th. I got to remember that because I'm going to go to that. Oh, look, here's their manual. Okay, now Zenwu, I think this is the last tool we haven't seen. So these are Zenwu. Zenwu is a company run by Luke Liu, who is not related to Alyssa Liu, different people. But these are Chinese-made tools of very high quality. Well, I've never seen them until today, so this is my first time seeing them. I think the origin is Chinese, but there's very Japanese style. Like, I think these are Japanese style. I don't know too much about them. I just see I've heard some things like on YouTube about them. I guess this is like their fishtail style chisel. They're very nice feeling. This is the big pairing. Look at these big pairing ones. I think what in Japanese they're called atsunumi. Zenwu, do they have a name on the side? I can't really see anymore because it's so. These are Y2 chisels, $343. These are more straight-sided. They don't really have the bevel, so maybe not really ideal for the wood. Dovetailing, I guess. But they feel very nice. Sorry, I don't know much about this Zenwu product lineup. Marking knives. Oh, this is nice and heavyweight. Oh, that's different marking knives. I guess this is a ruler of some sort. Oh, here's one of their hand planes. Western style hand plane. Looks like rosewood. That's very nice, actually. Little corrugations on the bottom. Relatively lightweight compared to the Veritas. Now, this style of plane kind of looks like Japanese, but these are actually Chinese style planes. I know nothing about Chinese woodworking, but this is the style of plane they use in China. Similar in overall design as Japanese planes. This one has a different type of cap iron, right? And I guess they have the cross member here for pulling. It's pulled. You pull it like a Japanese plane. Again, I'm afraid I don't know much about them. These are irons, plane blades, titanium. Ooh, titanium. Gosh, they feel super lightweight. Like, look at that. This probably costs way more than any of my planes. How much is this? This is $180. I have not paid $180 for any of my planes except for the Lee Nielsen. Wow, these are really nice. Like, titanium is super lightweight. And then this is their Zenwu sharpening system. So they have these different grits on plates. Oh, they are steel plates, so they are non-flexing. Oh, there's a little bit of flex, but I guess when you put it in this holder, oh yeah, this holder is like super beefy. Like, you see the YouTubers talk about it, and I can't get that off. I don't know. I guess it's magnetized somehow. Oh yeah, there's just magnet. Gosh, that's tight. I'm also handicapped because I'm doing one hand at a time. Anyway, well, I'm not going to worry about that. But they are kind of like grooved, I guess. So they kind of, I guess they don't snap in. I was thinking they like click in, but they don't really click in. But you have different grits. I think that's more for stropping. It's so dark in here, I can't see it. I think it says fine. So different grits, and then you just kind of put it here, and then we've got some Geno style hammers. This is what they call a Daruma style, because it's a fat, kind of like the Daruma. So this, I presume this is a Japanese style because it has the rounded face here, and you can feel the flat face here. Plus, you can also kind of see the coloration difference right there. So I believe it's also forge welded, the high carbon steel with the softer carbon steel. And this one's nice because it's got a little bit of a curve, which actually, from my studies with Stan Covington, having a turn really kind of gives you like a bit better force, a bit better control. Now this is more of a normal style Geno, more of a straight, again with the rounded on one end, flat on one. And when you do these type of curved handles, typically you'll put the curve so that the flat face is in this orientation where the rounded face is this way. That's how I set mine up. I have what size is this one? This is a F2 hammer in Damascus steel, $159. Not bad. Not bad price. The Daruma style is $135 F3 lump. So yeah, some nice stuff there. What else do we have here? We've already seen all of these. A Lee Nielsen dovetail saw, Sterling hammer, plain hammer. Oh, so I guess it's looks like that's aluminum, anodized aluminum. And do you know much about this one? Anodized aluminum?
Excuse me?
Is it anodized? This sign?
I don't know.
Okay, very good, very good. Awesome. Oh, you make your own dovetail saw kit. So these are all when you go to buy the raffle tickets, and then you put your raffle tickets in there. And I think that's pretty much everything here at Hand Tool Haven 2026. So it's almost, what time is it now? We're supposed to have some storms this evening, so you can see the cloud covers coming. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hand Tool Haven 2026. If you have the time to come down, come down. It's going on until tomorrow. Pre-sales are all finished, so $20 for the pre-sale for both days. But now if you come, it's $15 for entry. Totally worth it, as you can see here, totally worth it. There's a lot of great speakers. Tomorrow, Amanda Russell is going to be here speaking. And then I have to look at the rest. I don't really remember. So, hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a kind of a long stream, but there's a lot of stuff to see here and do. Or come next year. It's a great organization and a great event to check out. Oh, also, Albert Klein's going to be here tomorrow. That's who else is speaking. All right, so thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Oops, not that one. This one.